Hi dears, this session is going to be a study of parallel combination of powered devices, electrical devices. We are going to find an expression for the effective power of the parallel combination of the devices in terms of the individual marked powers, and all the supposing we are going to take three heaters, all of them have the same marked voltage but different marked powers. They are put in a parallel combination. The parallel combination is connected across a voltage which is same as the marked voltage for sake of simplicity. Now here lies the actual problem on hand. This is the problem that I would like you to note. Here there are three. I am not drawing them as coils of the immersion heater. I am just drawing them as electrical resistances. But remember, they are not simply the resistances used in lab, but they are actually heating rods, immersion heaters. And let A, B, C be the three devices which are connected in parallel, and R1, R2, R3 are their resistances, and all the three are connected in parallel, meaning the positive of the voltage source is connected to the left end of each of them, the negative of the voltage source is connected to the negative end of each of them, and the resistance, as I told you, of A, B, C are R1, R2, R3 respectively. All of them have the marked voltage as Vm, and all of them have the powers as P1, P2, P3 respectively. They have different powers, so that's what I have written here, and the resistances are as shown here. And the notations that I'm going to use in my derivation is R parallel is the effective resistance of the parallel combination of the heating coils. P parallel is the total power delivered in the parallel by the parallel network. This is what I'm going to find an expression for in terms of the parameters that is given in the problem. Now coming to the actual derivation, we will pass on to the actual derivation and the analysis of the whole thing. I have redrawn the circuit here. As you can see here, I have redrawn the circuit, and just listen to the derivation here. R1, R2, R3 are in parallel, and the powers are respectively P1, P2, P3. These are marked powers. When put in the circuit, the total power of the combination is my question mark. So the RS is given by R parallel, only not RS. It is an R parallel is given by 1 by R parallel, or 1 by R parallel is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. That will be the case for 1 by RP. Now power of the parallel combination, power total will be equal to V squared, supply square divided by R of the parallel combination, which is nothing but equal to Vs square into 1 by Rp, and that 1 Vs square into 1 by Rp is nothing but 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Now I have told the Vs square is equal to Vm square for the case sake of simplification as expected in CBSE. So you have Vm squared. Instead of Vs squared, I can write Vm squared into 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Take the Vm squared inside, it will be Vm squared by R1 plus Vm squared by R2 plus Vm squared by R3, and that will be equal to power 1 plus power 2 plus power 3. There the resistance was equivalently, resistance of series was R1 plus R2 plus R3, but the power obeyed 1 by Ps equal to 1 by P1 plus 1 by P2 plus 1 by P3. Here surprisingly, R parallel is given by 1 by R parallel will be 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3, but power parallel will be equal to power of the total power. A power parallel or power total is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3. It is similar to your expression for resistance in series in the when compared to the other one. Where resistance is given by reciprocal, power is given by simply the sum of the two, all the three. This is what you should know. What are the specific analysis or corollaries to follow? So corollary to follow. One. So when I will sum it up here, when two or more resistances are connected in parallel, the effective total power of the parallel network is the sum of the individual marked powers. That's what you should know. And now coming to, I will now follow the certain corollaries here. So you remember here, one thing you should remember in an examination hall, if my question mark is on R parallel, it should be 1 by R parallel is 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. But if the question mark is on the power of the parallel combination, for the same voltage of each and the voltage of the supply when they are connected in parallel to and connected to a supply, in that case, P parallel will be equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3. For series, in the previous session, we saw that resistance of series is a simple thing, which is R1 plus R2 plus R3. But power series is such that 1 by power series is 1 by P1 plus 1 by P2 plus 1 by P3. So this is where you have to be careful not to get confused between the two. Now, what are the corollaries to follow here? That will be our next question. Corollary 1 says, power, if say P3 is the greatest, then P parallel will be greater than the P greatest. That's what you should remember. And second, for three identical pairs, identical heaters, identical powered heaters with the same marked voltage, we have P parallel will be equal to P plus P plus P, which is 3P. So if there are n heaters, all are identical in terms of their marked power and marked voltage, and hence the marked resistance. The resistance that can be calculated, all are identical. So the P parallel will be number of heaters times the power of each. So number of devices times the power of each. This will be the explanation for the power of parallel. So I will sum up the two sessions here. You will find that this is a thing. So you revise all this in terms of the series and parallel. Series we have already done, and this is for parallel. So you have to read this properly, and then you will get the next session with the problem on any each of for the series combination as well as for the parallel combination. So summing up, you have summing up here we get the three are connected in parallel like this. So the PD across R1 is a PD across R2 equal to PD across R3, which is the supply voltage, which is also the marked voltage. And the R parallel is such that 1 by R parallel is 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. And the power total of the entire parallel network will be V supply square divided by R parallel, which is V supply squared into 1 by R parallel, which is V supply squared into 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. But V squared is equal to Vm square, so it will be Vm squared into 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Or P parallel will be equal to Vm squared by R1 plus Pm squared by R2 plus Vm squared by R3. But Vm squared by R1 is power 1, power 2, and this is power 3. So P parallel is sum of that 3 powers, P1 plus P2 plus P3. All of them are operated on the same, have the same marked voltage, and the parallel combination is also connected across the voltage supply, which is the same as the V marked. The corollaries to follow are when in a series of, in a set of devices in parallel, the effective power will be greater than the greatest of the powers. And for three or more identical devices with the same marked power and same marked voltage, and hence the same resistance, as so to say, if they are all connected in parallel, total power will be N times P each, where N is the number of devices and P each is the power of marked power of each of them. Just revise these two, and then we will do some problems in this. Thank you very much. And if you are really in favor of such videos and you feel you will be benefited, please subscribe so that I can be motivated to prepare more and more for both 12th as well as for the 11th syllabus. This is presently for the 12th CBSE. Thank you very much.